Top 5 lessons learned riding a dual sport like my WR 250 fucking R.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Tell you guys, I just put my CBR 1000 RR away. Put this baby away. Now it's time to ride the WR 250R, baby. Had a great time, but now I'm gonna have a better time. Do a little bit of urban fuckery on here. Have a good time, baby. But there's 5 lessons I learned riding a dual sport. I mean, you can't ride this like a sport bike. And that's something that I learned. I've had this bike for freaking, what, 2 years now? And, you know, I've learned some lessons. One thing that's cool about the dual sport is you can drop this bike, especially if you have it set up like I do. And by the way, if you want to see the full setup and all the mods that I did on this bike, $4,000 in mods, go check that video out. I'll include that video link in the description and comment section of this video. But what's cool about, you can make mistakes on this bike, and this bike can take a beating, and you can pick it up and keep on riding. I tell you, this is the ultimate bug out bike, ultimate do everything bike. It's awesome. But I tell you, one of the lessons I learned on a dual sport is, when in doubt, throttle out. Don't be scared to use a throttle, man, with this bike. Power through this shit. For instance, doing the staircase. Gotta give it throttle, man. Cause I had a fail on that same staircase in the past. Oh, shit. But I learned, baby. Oh, I love this bike, baby. WR 250 fucking R, baby. Woo! As you can see, every time I get on this bike, man, my energy level amps up. And I've been riding all day on my CBR 1000 fucking RR, which I love that bike. But this bike, I'm getting ready to go have some fun, baby. Woo! Some urban fuckery fun. But anyways, number 2 on the list is cornering. You cannot corner on this bike like you do a sport bike, because the rear, you know, the tires on this bike. Now that's why a lot of people, they turn their dual sports, they put on supermoto wheels, street wheels, because they have more traction to work with. Would be able to lean the bike a lot more than you can with this setup with the dual sport knobbies. As you guys know, I'm running a Scorpion MT21 on the front and a Dunlap D606 tire in the rear, which, by the way, I'll include links to get these tires if you want to get them. Absolutely perfect match for the WR 250R, and actually good for a lot of the dual sports out there too. But I tell you, luckily I've never had a problem, you know, going around corners. I've never tried to lean this bike too much. I know how far I can go, but you got the knobbies on there. If you take the lean too much, that can set you up for a fucked up day, possibly slide out from underneath you. But also, you have to, when you do cornering on a dual sport, you know, just like, you know, with a dirt bike, these are basically dirt bikes, man. But you have to stay pretty much center. You can't hang off the bike like you can the sport bikes around corners, you know. You're more staying center, and the bike is doing the lean. See that? Fly right around that corner, man. I probably could whip some of you guys on your sport bikes with this bike, man. There's so much confidence that you get from this bike. It's so thin, light. It's like a bicycle, man. Woo! Good times. Next step is you wanna stand up when you go off-road. That's one thing that I kind of get complacent on, is I tend to sit down when I go off-road sometimes without even thinking, man, you know. always want to stand up. Doing some urban fuckery. Woo! That brings me to the next one, is when you go off-road, when you get back on the road, you might want to check your tires, and also be very careful riding on the road, because you can have mud on your tires and the rear tire be slippery, and you get on the throttle and that rear wheel tire get from underneath you, and you end up low siding on the bike like you've seen me do. That time I came out of the woods, I was in mud, and then I went in snow, which is the perfect combination for having a fucked up day. I went on the, luckily I was in the parking lot, and I low-sided, lost traction with the tire. So that's something you gotta be really careful of, man. The last tip or lesson that I learned out here is that if you end up getting a flat or a nail in your tire on a dual sport, you know, that has tubes, you got to put in some work. You can't just patch it up, you know, with a patch kit. And that's one reason why I'm thinking about seriously going to Supermoto. That's why I want to get that Husky 701, because street tires, like I said, you get a nail in it, puncture, whatnot, you can patch it with a tire repair kit. With the tubes, you can't do that, man. So I hope that helps you newbies out there that want to get into dual sport life. And hey, maybe that helps save you from having a real fucked up day. You don't have to go through so many some hard lessons learned, like CycleCruza had to learn. The hard knocks. But hey guys, if you want to see more of my videos, go to my website, CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. All my videos are categorized into various playlists, and hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. I do have a playlist dedicated to my WR250R and some trips that I've taken in my bug out moto van. So if you want to go check those playlists out, go check that out. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video, share this video with your friends, and hey, tell them, man, dual sport life is where it's at. Doing some urban fuckery, having a good time, man. A bike that can take a beating, bulletproof. Awesome bike. I love this bike, man. But that's all I have for you guys. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.
Hey, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel that features the original bug out moto van that is designed and built by yours truly, so that I can live in my van with my motorcycle. So hey, check me out at youtube.com/bugoutmoto. Subscribe today.